This is exactly how to get your first SMMA client in the next 21 days. No bullshit, literally everything you need to go from no clients at all to getting your first client in the shortest time possible with all the best methods, which I'm going to be sharing with you today. This is the stuff that I used to sign my first client in just 14 days, and it's also the same blueprint that allowed Hussein to sign his first client within 7 days and then go on to go to $12,000 a month in just 90 days. It allowed Joe to sign his first client within 21 days, and then he signed 10 clients in the next 4 months, and it also allowed Jaden to sign his first client in just 2 weeks. So if it can work for me and them, it can 100% work for you. All right, guys. So here's the 21-day roadmap on signing your first client. All right, guys. So let's start with day number 1. And before we even get into the technical stuff or anything, this is the most important stuff, guys. You need to set the foundation properly, right? So the first day is going to be all based on the performance-based offer, okay? Offer first. So you need to have a performance-based offer to sign your first client. You just do. It's 100% fact. You're not going to sign your first client based on like some $2,000, $5,000 a month retainer. When you're a beginner, you have no experience, you have no past case studies, you have nothing, no testimonials. It's just not going to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a performance-based offer because it does 3 things. Number 1, it reduces the amount of time that's going to allow you to get your first client. And number 2 is it's going to reduce your sales resistance, right? What that is it's just going to reduce the friction that it takes someone to trust you and actually to work with you, right? Because if you have a performance-based offer, you have skin in the game and they don't have any risk to work with you. So it's going to be a lot easier for them to say yes, right? So what that's going to allow you to do is just going to allow you to just get your first client as soon as possible, okay? Now, the second thing is you want to add a guarantee, right? The guarantee can be something like, hey, like 10 to 20 sales calls in 60 to 90 days or they don't pay, 10 to 20 leads in 90 days or they don't pay, something like that. That's just going to allow them to know like, hey, okay, cool. If he doesn't get the result, then I'm going to get my money back, right? Or they're going to work with me for free until they get to that point, right? So it just incentivizes them to want to work with you, okay? Or you can just stick to like a pay per performance, right? So for example, you can run like a pay per lead, right? It's like, hey, you're only going to pay for every single lead that we get you, right? So it's just a lot easier for them to say yes, right? Now, what you also want to do, and this goes for people who have past experience, they're running an agency or they have experience and they want to leverage that into an agency, right? You want to have case studies in your past experience. You want to leverage those, right, in your offer, right? So for example, if you have past experience, you want to leverage that, right? Let's say that, you're a sales manager for a software company. You've been doing that for 10 years, right? You can have an offer catered towards software companies, and you can charge higher ticket right out of the bat because you've already been working with those types of companies, so they're going to trust you. You have an edge, right? So that's how you could leverage case studies. But if you don't have any of those, it's no problem. You can still follow all these principles that I'm talking about right now. Okay. Now the last thing is going to be having a bare minimum social presence. Okay. Build a website and have a LinkedIn, right? So with a landing page, all right, you want to use something like Card or System.io, right? Very, very simple, guys. Like I'm telling you, literally it's like $10 a year for Card, right? Or you can also use System, and it's literally free, right? You literally can build a free funnel on this. So I'll recommend either one of these 2 things. Don't spend too long on the website, guys, because I'm telling you, it's just a waste of your time. Just get it up in like an hour or 2. Like literally if you're watching this video, have the website done at the end of the day. All right. And then number 2 is going to be making your LinkedIn profile. So what you want to do is you want to make your LinkedIn profile, and then you want to optimize your LinkedIn profile. Okay. So what you can do is you can literally, like this is my LinkedIn profile. I'll click on the first guy I see, Tom Granger. This guy runs like a lead gen agency. Just look at the way he's got everything signed up, right? Like he's verified, right? Nice profile picture, nice banner, CEO, right? Everything's clean, right? He just looks like legit, has featured links, has featured posts, right? He just looks like a good, like high quality person, like he actually exists, right? Because people are going to look you up. So for example, you could just look through different people. Or this is like a good friend of mine, right? Real estate agent. Just look at these, like these people just look legit, right? These people look legit. So you want to look legit because people are going to look you up, right? So make sure that you just have an optimized LinkedIn profile. Okay, guys. Now let's talk about day number 2. You need to have a service that people actually want, right? Because right now, you're probably thinking about selling some sort of marketing services to like dentists, chiropractors, like HVAC. Don't. I'm telling you, just don't, right? The reason why you don't have any clients right now at the moment and that you're looking for your first one is probably because of the service that you're offering to your niche, especially if you've already been doing outreach, right? You're chasing low quality niches that don't have the budget to pay you, okay? You're going after chiropractors, dentists. I used to do that. I did that for like a year. I never signed any clients, right? So don't do that. So here's the niche that you're going to go after instead and the exact service that you're going to provide. So the niche is going to be B2B businesses, all right? So those are businesses that sell to other businesses, okay? And the service that you're going to provide for them is lead generation services. You're going to get them on sales calls with other businesses, okay? This is the exact niche plus service that got me to $25,000 a month with my agency, along with countless other students who I helped go to 5, 10, 15K a month as well. All right, so go with this. This is your niche and this is your service. No more of that dentist, chiropractor BS. All right, guys. Now, let's talk about actually starting to set stuff up, right? Day 3 is going to be setting up cold email campaigns, right? How do you do that, right? Number 1 is going to be basic domains, okay? Now, what I recommend is just use this website, coldsire.com, to build everything for you, all right? It's so simple. They set up everything for you. You don't have to do any technical setups, no technical BS. They basically do everything for you. I would highly recommend going with them. I also have like a full course video on my YouTube channel that I'll link in the description below that you could watch that goes through like this whole process. So definitely use this. All right, guys. What it's going to do is it's going to give you domains, right? And it's also going to give you the email accounts associated with that, right? Now, let's talk about leads, okay? So after you have all this set up on ColdSire, you're going to need contact data. You're going to need leads, right? You're going to need contact information, emails, phone numbers, those sorts of things. So what you're going to use for that is Apollo.io. Okay, Apollo.io essentially just gives you data, right? It's just going to give you the email and the phone number of people who you want to reach out to. So for example, right here, literally Dropbox, you see this? If you wanted to sell some sort of service to her, right, you could literally find her email address and then you could literally send her an email, okay? Cool. So what you're going to do after that is you're going to need to find ways to send automated emails at scale, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to use a tool called smartlead.ai. Okay, this is a tool that just sends outreach automatically so that you don't have to do it manually. Okay, so let's kind of look at what mine looks like really quick. Okay, so for example here, reaching out to some outsourcing companies, right? I'll say something like, hey, had a client who's looking to outsource, came across your business. Let me show you what the final product looks like. Hey, Kurt, had a client who was looking to outsource, came across your site. We're helping BPOs place more talent by generating 20 to 30 sales meetings per month. We just helped a client in the space generate $36,000 last month with our process, open to learning more. All right. That's an example of like an email that I would send them to try to hop on a call, right? Now, yeah, literally, for example, like this is another basic script, right? Hey, first name, we will generate you 5 to 10 qualified sales calls on a pay-per-call basis, meaning you don't pay until they show. Interested? Okay. That's how you set up cold email campaigns. That's how you set up your cold email infrastructure. All right. And also about warming up your email addresses. After you set up everything with ColdSire, right? You want to just make sure everything is warmed up. Warm up is enabled. And the way that you're going to do that is just check everything off, click bulk update warm up status, and then just click on active and then click save. And everything should be warmed up. Okay. Cool. So that's day 3. Now, I just went through a lot of stuff, but I'm telling you guys, like, this is the stuff that's actually going to build the foundation. So actually do this, right? Like, actually do this. This is valuable stuff. All right. Now, the thing is, when you warm up your emails, it's going to take them 7 days to warm up, right? So in that time, you can't send any cold outreach. So what you want to do in the meantime is you want to do manual prospecting on LinkedIn, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to do 2 things. You're going to reach out to 25 people on LinkedIn connection requests every single day, all right? Because LinkedIn has like a weekly limit of like 200-300 a week. So you're just going to reach out to 25 people every single week, okay, guys? So for example, you're going to come in here, right? You're going to come in here and you're going to just, let's say that I want to go find VP of sales, right? That's who I want to target. I want to target VP of sales to do lead generation services for them. I'm going to go to people, and then look, I could just connect. Connect. All right, I can even add a note if you want to. Something like, let's see. I usually don't send notes, to be honest. I think it's easier if you don't. But there you go, 25 per day. All right, 25 per day every single day. And then if someone accepts, right? If someone were to accept, you send them a message, right? For example, like this. Hey Ryan, are you struggling with wanting more time freedom without sacrificing your income? If so, I consider our leverage principle research that shows how we help Joe hit 100K with his online business in 90 days. This is my offer, right? This is what we help people do. We help people build online agents. We help people build online businesses. We help people build marketing agencies, lead gen agencies, and we help them get to $100,000 a year in 90 days guaranteed, right? That's our offer, and I think it's a great offer, and that's what we do well. So I want to put that offer in front of as many people as possible. So if I can't send cold emails, I'm going to send LinkedIn messages, right? So you want to do this every single day, okay? So in days 4 to 11, you're going to do this every single day. And you can also leverage voice messages, right? So for example, I think you can only do it over mobile, but if I go on my phone, I can send voice messages to people. So I could be like, hey, let's see if I can actually do this. Let me pull up my phone right now and see if I have the LinkedIn app. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, guys, so I don't know if you could see my screen. Let me show you. So, for example, what I can do is I can click that button right there on the bottom, the little microphone, and I could just send a voice note, right? I just send a voice note, and it makes it so much easier. You could just send personalized voice notes. You can do that 20 times a day to people who accept your connection request. You will sign clients, guys, okay? It's inevitable, okay? So that's what you want to do for days 4 through 11. Okay, guys, and then after the 7-day warm-up period, okay, you're going to want to launch those campaigns, right? So like I told you, guys, you want to create that lead list with a minimum of 2,000 people per niche, right, with Apollo. And then you want to use a tool called Magically Genius to like scrape your Apollo searches. So for example, let's say, let me just reduce this. Let's say I have a search, save list. Let me just go to, okay, let me see. Okay, NYC. Let's say I want to target recently funded companies, right? Instead of, let's say if this list was like 2,000 people, instead of manually going through every single thing, I could just go here, copy and paste this, go to magicallygenius.com. Okay. And then they have a tool that exports Apollo. See, Apollo Scraper, right? And I just put in my email, and I just put in the search URL, and then it automatically will do it. $8 for 2,000 leads, guys. So much easier than manually doing everything. And especially if you have like 20,000, 13,000, for example, 13,000 leads for $50. All right, guys, very cheap. So after you do this, guys, what you want to do is, again, reach out to 25 people every single day, right? And then have that offer created, write that copy based on what I showed you guys, and then launch campaigns on Smart Lead, right? Launch campaigns on Smart Lead, and then that's going to allow you to get generate sales appointments every single day. All right, guys? So starting after your warm-up period when you launch your campaigns, let's go from there. So let's say on day 13 you launch your campaigns. What you're going to do is every single day for the next like 7 days, or like until you sign your first client, you're going to reach out to 25 people on LinkedIn connection requests. You're going to respond to every single person that connection requests you, and you're going to send them send accepted requests voice note. Okay, you're going to do this every single day. Okay, and then you're going to send 300 cold emails every single day. And then what you're also going to do is you're going to send 10 personalized looms every single day, guys. All right. So what a personalized loom is, just like a 2 to 4 minute video on their landing page, like literally like I'm doing right now, like this Loom video, but you're just going to be on the prospect's website, and you're just going to explain how you could leverage their case studies, and then do similar Loom style outreach for them to book them like 10, 20 meetings every single month on a performance basis. And you're going to push for a call. And if that kind of doesn't make sense, here's like an example of one of mine that literally signed me a client. I'm going to play it right now, guys.
Hey Karen, Faizan here from Grow Marketers. I wanted to reach out and share our system with you and see if it makes sense to connect for a call this or next week. Now, before I get into it, just some background on myself. I'm the founder of Grow Marketers. We're working with fintech and insurtech companies like yourself. You could check out our site to learn more about what we do, but for the purpose of this video, I want to keep it super brief and just share our process with you, along with some strategies you can implement right after watching to increase your engagement. So our process involves learning your target audience, and then we frame your offer to resonate with your prospects. And after that, we create messaging that'll stand out to them and cause them to respond and book times. And then we book the initial meetings with them. And how we're doing this for our clients currently, let me show you here. What we're doing for events specifically is we're going on the websites, and usually what these events have is a list of companies and speakers and attendees. So what we do is we scrape that list of companies, and then we go into the networking app and we scrape all of the attendees that are attending and all of the speakers, and we create a whole Excel spreadsheet of data. And after that, after we've sorted our data, we have a three-step process. So number one is the pre-event. So pre-event is we send email and LinkedIn messaging to all of the attendees and the speakers that are attending the conference. And then the second stage is we use the networking app to set up meetings within the app. A lot of these events usually have networking apps. We leverage that as well. And then step three would be the post-event launch, which would be all of the warm leads that we got that we didn't get to meet up with, or people who didn't open our messaging, or people who we wanted to meet with but we didn't get to. We send a post-event outreach sequence to these people to book meetings with them as well. And the results that we're getting for our clients are pretty good. I'm going to kind of show you here. So this is one of our clients. They target enterprise financial firms, banks, and they target insurance. So at one of these events, we got them some pretty good meetings. JP Morgan, Visa, BBVA, Citibank. I'm only mentioning the ones that are applicable to you, because I know you guys only target credit unions, financial firms, and that type of stuff. But we're getting them some really good traction here. We've booked them 20 appointments just this month, and we have 40 warm leads to follow up with. And we don't just do events. We also use email and LinkedIn for other campaigns on a monthly basis. And also, our whole offer is performance-based, meaning we only charge per meeting booked. And by meeting booked, they have to be qualified and show up to the meeting. Now, I want to share a simple tactic you could use to increase your engagement right away, and it would be leveraging case studies. So immediately after looking at your site, I see you guys offer solutions for financial service firms, and you guys have some testimonials as well. These are super powerful tools, and you have to leverage them. A lot of our clients, they didn't know how to properly leverage these results in the body of work and the results that they've gotten. But to get more clients, you guys have to be super concise in your messaging and show clear ROI. Now, here's an example right off the top of my head. I see this testimony right here. I would have something like a first line in the intro to my email, and then my second line would be, we just helped CC Bank gain 2 to 3 years of new client relationships in 30 to 60 days. And then you would have your call to action. And these types of emails are super, super powerful because they're concise, they're short to the point, they're not like a long email, and they just kind of show your prospect the type of results you can get for them right away. It's kind of like the type of email that I sent to you. Now, another trick that you guys could leverage is using Loom video outreach. And this one's pretty cool because it's what we're seeing a lot of success with, and it's how we're talking to you right now as well. So sending personalized Loom videos can be huge. Now, I know I just dumped a lot on you in this short video, but let me know if you want to connect sometime this or next week to learn more about the system. I think it'd be a great fit just based on who you guys target and who our current clients are targeting. I'm excited to hear what you guys are focused on and see if we could help you fill that calendar up with some calls. Thanks, Karen.
All right, cool, guys. So that's what that looks like, right? And you could literally just copy that, right? Copy that, because that actually got me a signed client for $2,000 setup fee and like $350 per call, right? So definitely do that. And I know I looked a little different in that. That was like 2 years ago, but the stuff still works, right? So then, guys, it's the same thing every single day after that. Reach out to 25 people every single day. Voice notes, right? Personalized looms, 300 emails a day, 300 emails a day, 300 emails a day. Right? every single day. And guys, this is where everyone falls off. This is where everyone just stops doing what they need to do because they just feel like, oh, it's not working for me. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It works. You're just not doing it long enough, right? It's a volume game. So guys, by the end of this period, you're going to have like around 325 LinkedIn connections, 3,900 emails sent, and like 130 personalized looms sent, right? If you do this, it becomes statistically impossible to fail when you stay consistent and push volume, right? And then at this point, you guys should have booked a few sales calls from this outreach, right? And then it's time to prepare for the sales process, right? And that's when you do the discovery and the demo, right? On the first call, you do a discovery, you figure out if they're a good fit, right? And then you do a demo and you make a personalized proposal. And on the demo call, you present the proposal and you close the deal, guys. And that's exactly how to sign your first SMMA client in the next 21 days or less. I promise that if you follow everything I just shared with you to a T, it will be much, much easier for you to sign your first client after deciding that an agency is the best way for you to make money online. And I also hope that you know that B2B lead generation is the best and easiest way to start and scale your SMMA because it's not saturated, it's not competitive, and every single business needs leads. So if you want to find out all the details that I couldn't share in this video, I have a free 2-hour lead generation agency course. I'll link it in the description below. You can go check that out. You can click on the screen right now and watch that free course next. I'll see you in there.